How you doing there, North Farmington? This is just a quick tutorial on some of the expectations I have for uh, reading a scientific article, how to annotate, how to do what I call T4, which is talking to the text. I'm going to show you just how to do it, give you an example. I'm going to show you how to open it up in Canvas, how to submit it in Canvas, okay? So here we have, this is a fake class through Canvas. I think Mr. Aliff put it together so that we can practice. But on there, I'm a teacher, but I'm also a student. I got my personal account. So right now I'm logged in as a student. So this is somewhat what you would see in a similar scenario, okay? I'm going to go to assignments. In the assignments, now I wrote totally ignore this assignment so that the other science teachers didn't get confused, and I didn't want them to think they had homework, right? I could see a couple of the bio teachers getting confused. But anyways, so totally ignore this assignment was just for the science teachers to be just ignore it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Okay. So when you first open the assignment, you're going to see just a real quick set of directions that says read and annotate, right? I have a link for talking to the text, this bookmark. If you open it up, it'll open up in another tab. Okay. And all it has are just some strategies for, what are some questions you can ask as you're reading? What are some things I can do to annotate an article? Okay, so I'm going to go back to Canvas here. All right, so here it is, the assignment. All right, totally ignore this assignment. We're going to open the assignment. It automatically makes a copy of the Google Doc. Okay, you're going to open up your Google Doc. All right, so here's the Google Doc. Now, you're going to use Google Docs editing abilities here, right? So if you see this little, this thing right here, the plus sign, that's where you can add a comment. That's a great way to, put questions that you have in the article or make connections. Anything like that, that's a great way to do that. And then, of course, you have the highlight button here, okay? So you can highlight important parts of the text. So let's do some of this together. Ignore the directions on this page because that's back when we actually physically saw each other. So anyways, world is not addressing climate change. Scientists warn in a new report. So as I'm reading this, the first thing that comes to my mind right here, scientists, okay. Who specifically, right? Like who specifically are we talking about? Right? Is this just in general, like they, right? Who is it that we're talking about? Is there specific scientists that are looking into this, or is it just a general term? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make that comment, post it. Oh my, what a great comment. All right, then it says Washington Post, adapted by Newsella, so I stole this from Newsella, and 2018. Now, that's a pretty recent article, so I would say it's probably pretty up to date with climate change related information. All right, so that's good news. First line, top experts on climate change just delivered a serious warning about global warming. So again, top experts, who are we talking about here, folks? All right, who? Be specific. All right, I want to know who they're talking about. Now, there's a very good question that as I read this article, that question gets answered. And then I can make another comment and say, hey, here's the answer to the question I asked, right? And then it says a serious warning about global warming, right? Okay, that's pretty important. All right, I also have the question, what's the warning? What's up? Are we all going to die? Are we all going to die? I got news for you, folks. We are all going to die, but it doesn't have to be from climate change. All right, that was a little depressing, but we're going to move on anyway. All right, so global emissions show few signs of slowing. Okay, so global emissions, what are global emissions? What does this mean? Right, that's a question I have. What does this mean? What does this mean? As I said before, this question could probably get answered later in the article. I don't know. We'll find out, but that's definitely something I want to know. All right. So anyways, let's say we're done now, okay? We're going to be like, all right, sweet, things are good. You don't share it here. You don't hit the share button. You go back to Canvas, okay? And submit the article. Right now, it should have your first and last name plus the name of the article. and it should already be there now because it's a Google Doc. Every time you do a change on a Google Doc, it automatically changes, right? So it's saved, it's ready to go. So if you submit this, bada boom, bada bing, you're good to go. And I get to give you points, and you get to earn points, and everybody gets to just be happy and merry. All right, thanks for listening, folks. You're not that bad. You really aren't.